Okay, what to expect over the coming weeks. So obviously today I've shared with you my mental health story and just parts of it, not the whole journey, but I wanted to share my story to let you all know what qualifies me to speak about this, because you could be wondering, who does she think she is trying to give advice on mental health? Or it can come across as condescending sometimes when someone's been through something, made it to the other side, and then tries to tell everyone what to do. And so I wanted to share my story and understand and make you all understand that my journey is continuing. It's a choice every single day to do the things that I can do to take care of myself, to not set myself on fire, to keep other people warm, to be my true self, and to not be so hard on myself. And so over these next 12 weeks, I'm going to try to empower you all with the information that I was so amazingly given by the professionals and friends and family who helped me, so that we can all understand how we can take back our lives and that we don't have to live at the will of depression, anxiety, loss, suicidal thoughts. That's not something that we have to do, and that there is ways to treat this illness. And yes, again, it is an illness. But like when you have a broken leg, it takes some time, but it eventually heals. The mind is exactly the same. And I want you to all remember that. It's never too late to take back your life. And so over the next 4 weeks, these are the topics that we'll be doing. So today, what is mental health? I'll get into that right after this slide. And then we'll talk about trauma, because I think it's the word that we all know, but I don't think people have really understood the extent to which it affects our daily lives, our internal body, and the way we communicate and connect with other people. So I'll define what is trauma, how big traumas versus little traumas, and how we can understand trauma to understand our mental health and our own behaviors better. And then we're going to talk about substance abuse and my favorite, codependency, which is something that a lot of people don't actually know about. So substance abuse is more, I think there's a narrative that goes around that just talks about alcoholism or drug addiction. But as my story shows, substance abuse could be food. It could be spending time on the internet. It can be, as bad as this is, pornography. There's so many ways that we can numb ourselves, distract ourselves, and escape our reality, because we don't want to deal with the pain that we're going through. And so I'm going to talk about that and the maladaptive coping mechanisms, as I talked about earlier, and then codependency, which is a phenomena whereby people, in an effort to try and help a person who is suffering, they may enable those behaviors. So for example, if someone is an alcoholic father and they go to the bar instead of attending their kid's recital or their kid's soccer game, the mom might tell the kid, oh, dad was at work. And that is not allowing the person who is struggling to take accountability for their actions. And when we look at ourselves, codependency shows up in a lot of different ways. But when we look at ourselves, we start to realize that what we're doing is, like I said earlier, setting ourselves on fire to keep others warm. And codependency is when you try to help another person to your own detriment. And so that's another phenomenon that I'll talk about in hand with substance abuse. And then finally, on week 4, then we'll take a pause. After week 4, we'll have a guest and we'll have somebody else other than me that we can have a conversation with, talk about their mental health. It'll be more of an interactive session. But week 4 will then be family systems and how our family of origin affects the way that our mental health is. Because as you'll see in the definition I give you next, there's a lot of factors that contribute to mental health. And while sometimes one of us may feel like we're the problem child or the one with all the issues in the family, all of our history within our family for generations and generations culminates to create who you are today. And so it's not saying it's anyone's fault, but just understanding that there are a lot more factors and how you can within your family support one another based off of different things. And so those will be the first 4 weeks. And then after that, we'll have a more interactive session, and then we'll have another 4 weeks of different topics, but you'll have to wait and see. So next slide, please. And don't worry, I'm almost done. So what exactly is mental health? Before everyone looks at the definition, I'm actually going to ask some people in the audience, like prior to this presentation or since yesterday, what did you think mental health is? Let's just get three different people than before, because it's important to hear as many voices as possible. So just, yeah, they're bringing the mic. Okay, great. Actually, go back to the last slide so they can't cheat.
Hi everyone, I am Memory, and I thought mental health was your well-being, your thoughts, like what are you feeling at a certain point in time, like how you process everything, how you interact, like yourself. It's all about the mindset. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay with that, and then we'll do that.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joanna Masiyiwa. So mental health means your physiological, social, and emotional well-being and how these affect how you relate with others.
Thank you. That's an amazing definition. Wow, both great. I don't have to do that much work. Do you want to get? Oh, there's one there, and then we'll come to the front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Saneliso Nkala from Style Leadership Academy, class of 2020. I thought mental health was how you feel about yourself, what you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror, how you feel when you just made a presentation, generally the feelings that are evoked within you when you do something.
Thank you. And then I think we have two more, one in the back there and then one in the front. And then I'll give you my definition.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salome. Basically, I thought mental health was more in the negative. Kuti, if you hear Kuti, it's mental health, it's always about depression, it's all about negativity. But I'm sure that's going to be redefined. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria from UZ. So I think that mental health is what you feel in the abstract, what you feel when you try to imagine the physiological feelings that you have, things that are invisible to you, what others cannot see. I think that's what mental health is.